burglary of a habitation, 100 pairs of Jordans, 10 years deferred probation. But Judge West has a question, restitution, and she's letting him walk on a personal bond. Will he ghost probation or show up?
Through them and I continue, but either way, it's kind of the same.
Okay.
All right. Again, you are Jamel Wilridge, correct? Speak up for me.
Yes,
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
he does, Judge.
Find it now. Mr. Wilridge, in clause number 25, DCCR 1804, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation from August 29th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
He gets,
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow this agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And the agreement shows that this is for a 10-year deferred probation. What about, this is the one with the shoot. What about restitution? Right? This is the one where he went.
Yes,
it's all the shoot.
It was 100,
It was a lot.
probably 100 pair of Jordans. You would think I would know how much those cost.
So here's what I might do, just so that I have everything that I need. Go ahead and get a pre-sentence report.
Okay.
You can get with them, get
Yes,
a
ma'am.
restitution amount. You are going to be required to pay restitution. So if you still have some of the shoes, find them, get them, talk with Mr. Lewis. They can be returned, so you don't have to pay for them.
Okay.
He did get it all back?
I'll
Okay.
confirm that. You're
So
right.
we're gonna just get that confirmed between now and then, and I do want to go ahead and kind of get an update so that the new case is in a PSI, since we don't have it, the new case. I don't need a, little update on the probations, for sure, double check on ISF and how that went, but it sounds like there's not an issue, but I just want to make sure. And so do you also understand, Mr. Wilridge, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence Mr. Wilridge is not competent?
No.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that I can just have everything in front of me that I need, make sure there's no other issues, and then we'll go forward with sentencing at that time. Any issue with me releasing Mr. Wilridge since he has been doing okay?
No, Judge, if wouldn't mind if I just hold on those MTRP dismissals until that sentence
Yeah,
date.
I think
just in
that's
case
what makes
something
it.
pops up.
I think that makes sense. So, Mr. Wilridge, what I'm going to do in your case is reduce your bond to $1,000, but I'm going to make that a personal bond. What that means is that you don't have to pay the money. You will be released today. So what I need to do, though, is on those motions,
Unless it would make it easier for you if I just dismiss
just do
them.
personal. I can just set personal bonds on all of them. So I'm going to set personal. So on all 3 cause numbers that you're on probation for, which is 18-28743, 18-28744, and 18-30139. I'm going to set bonds on all of those where the motion to revoke are pending at $1,000 also, and make those personal bonds. So what all of this means is that you're going to get out today without paying any money. Some very, very important things, though, between now and when you come back for sentencing. Obviously, you're on probation still for the other 3. You need to report to probation. for two things. One, because you're still on probation. Two, so that they can do that updated pre-sentence report about the new case and kind of how things are going right now. Okay. If you don't go straight to probation when you're released to do all of that, then you run the risk of me not accepting this plea agreement. Things could obviously be much worse. You understand? Speak up, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if you're arrested for anything between now and when you come back, you run the risk of me not accepting this plea agreement, and then you've got those motions pending and things could obviously be a whole lot worse. You understand that as well? And so, was there a co-defendant in the burglary? Or no? Okay.
I don't think so.
So I am going to order as a condition of your bond also, and it will be a condition of your probation that you have absolutely no contact or communication with Jasmine Adams as the owner of that apartment. And that apartment was where? Do we have an address?
That apartment was located
I can probably get
at
that.
4165 Old Dallin Road. It was apartment 91, but I would suggest.
So,
you stay
yeah,
away from the
so-
entire complex.
Correct. That's what I'm gonna do. So you cannot go anywhere near 4165 Old Dallin Road. Any of it, none of the apartments. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything else that you feel like I need to, order as a condition of the bonds?
I'm just double checking for any type of co-defendant. No, Your Honor, I don't believe so.
Okay. All right, then we'll see you back at sentencing. Again, make sure as soon as you're let out of custody that you go straight to probation.
3 cases. Theft. Evading arrest. Prior convictions stacked like dominoes. 4 years in TDCJ. Concurrent. Judge West drops the gavel and a firearm warning. No appeal. No mercy. This is how you clear a docket.
All right, sir, you're Jabari Bell again, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so we're back on cause number 26, DCCR 0274. And in that case, Mr. Bell, I'm going to start from the beginning in that one. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of evading arrest or detention with previous convictions from January 21st of 2026. And the indictment alleges you were previously convicted of evading arrest or detention March 13th of 2017, and then again November 8th of 2021. And how do you plead to that charge? And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Parker, the state has filed a motion asking to amend the indictment to include those 2 prior offenses that we've already gone through and read in the other tech cases. Do you have any objections? And you will waive your any time to review that,
Yeah,
correct?
Judge.
So, Mr. Bell, the indictment, I'm going to grant the motion to amend the indictment. Further shows now that you were arrested or convicted previously of unauthorized use of a vehicle, a state jail felony, June 24th of 2019. And after that was final, you were convicted of burglary of a building, a state jail felony, June 26th of 2023. And are those prior convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
And in all 3 of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1 in each case.
Objection?
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Bell is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find in all of your cases that you entered your pleas of guilty and true, freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of those pleas. And cause number 26, DCCR 0139, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of theft of property with previous convictions. Find all of those prior convictions that you pled true to, true. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And then, excuse me, in clause number 26, DCCR 0140, also find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of theft of property with previous convictions. Find all of the prior convictions that you pled true. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And then finally, in clause number 26 DCCR 0274, again, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of evading arrest or detention with previous convictions. Find all of the previous convictions that you pled true. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. All 3 of these cases will run concurrently, which means together at the same time. And I'm going to hand you in all 3 cases the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you waived any right to appeal. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Park. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Ms. French, for getting that taken care of, and Mr. Parker.